We are live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. What a wonderful night it is today. Welcome, welcome. If you're here, please do let us know where you're tuning in from. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, welcome, welcome. Just say hi in the comment section. Welcome, welcome to tonight. Amazing, beautiful Tuesday night. All right, welcome, 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 welcome to Brand Presentation Tuesday. I'm so excited to be here today. My name is Coach David, and for most of you that are from Project Life Design, I'm not new to you. And for those of you that have been with Tinelli Prosperity for Your Soul, I'm not new to you. So I'm excited to be here. Welcome. I can see Mika is in. Welcome, Mika. People are joining in. Let me just send a couple of reminders. I'm excited for tonight. Welcome to Brand Presentation Tuesday. And in the studio with me is Dr. Joyce and Coach Joshua. Welcome, guys. How are you doing? How are you doing?
PD. Oh, good.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. I'm so excited to be here. Finally, we got to launch Brand Presentation Tuesday on social media, and it's so exciting to take to come onto this platform to be able to share what we do for what we've been doing for the last couple of years in our Zoom platform. So it's so exciting that now we get to showcase to the world exactly what we do. So tonight is going to be a beautiful night. I'm going to share with you briefly exactly what we do in Project Life Design, and then I'm going to call on Dr. Joyce and Coach Josh, who are going to share with us their brands and what the experience has been under Project Life Design, being able to do what they do. All right. So if you're just joining in, please leave a comment in the chat section, and please do share this video onto your page so people can know what we do. All right. It's such a privilege and an honor to be able to showcase our brands here. And we're going to be coming to you every Tuesday night. All right. So please mark it on your calendars. Every Tuesday night at exactly 8 p.m., right? Brand Presentation Tuesdays is on with Project Life Design. Catch us on Dr. Nelly Kangwa's Facebook page, on her LinkedIn page, and on her YouTube channel as well, all right? So please do mark your calendar, set your alarms. I mean, I can't wait, right? And I'm going to start off with telling my story very soon because my brand began to be built from a platform like this, right? And I can't wait to see other brands that are going to come on board every Tuesday to showcase what they do. It's such a rare privilege to find a network like this where people can be able to express who they truly are from a personal perspective and a business perspective, okay? And so to everybody that is watching us, to my lovely Project Life Design family network, those in the mentorship program, you guys are amazing. You are the best. Every time we meet on a Zoom call to chat, to talk, to get to share our brands, it's always an amazing experience, all right? So briefly, Project Life Design was founded by Dr. Nelly Kangwa in 2018. And it's a network of people that are looking to fulfill purpose, okay? And so we help brands actualize themselves from personal brands, okay, to business brands. We've got a personal brand in the studio today. That's Dr. Joyce. And we've got two business brands in the house today. That's me, Coach David, and Coach Joshua. So that's what we do in Project Life Design. We help individuals discover who they truly are. And from there, they begin to express what they were born to do. Okay, so we started off in 2018, and we've been running a couple of mentorship programs where we just refine people. We refine you mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically. We refine you so that by the time you're getting ready to step out to the world, man, you're ready to show the world who you truly are and what you were born to do. So if you are not a part of Project Life Design, please do join the team, all right? There are numbers scrolling down on your screen right now. Get in touch with us. We're going to help you. We're going to help you, mentor you, and brand you so you can step out and become the best of you. So my personal journey started off in 2020. I was at the lowest point of my life, right? I was just narrating to somebody today how from 2014 to 2020, my life it was just like a roller coaster. Nothing was making sense, and I didn't know why. And I got to a place where I was blaming everything externally for my financial status, blaming everything external for my mental status, for everything that was going wrong with me. I was blaming everything outside. But when I got to sign up for mentorship and I began to take the journey of self-discovery, it's so amazing that out of this journey, a business brand was born. And just what I was able to experience and do in the last 2 years from the time that my brand was born has been fantastic. It's been amazing. I've been able to meet people that I thought I would never meet in this life. I have people in my phone book that I never thought I would ever have their contacts in my phone book, right? But just out of taking a journey of self-discovery and a brand being born out of me, my goodness, it's been something else. So in 2020, I came in contact with Project Life Design and Dr. Lekangwa, went through my mentorship journey. And here's I'm telling you the story of where my business brand was born, right? So I hope you're here, okay? So I can see the good evenings coming through. It's good to see you all. I can see my amazing fellow mentees from South Africa, from Zambia, from all over Zambia, all right? So after I took my self-discovery journey, we were given an assignment, right? And so the assignment was to hand in our personal profiles. It was an assignment, a mentorship assignment. And so I really wanted to hand in my mentorship, my personal profile. And so they tasked us to get in touch with, there was a lady, one of the mentees was doing personal profiles, and she was charging quite a high amount, but then I was very broke. I was broke, right? And so I thought, I need to hand in my assignment. I've got like 3 days to hand in my assignment, but I don't have the money to pay for my assignment. What am I gonna do? So I sat down, and then I remembered that years ago, I used to do a little bit of graphic designing, right? I used to do it for the church I used to go to. I used to design the Sunday posters and the like. So I said, you know what, I quickly went on the internet, because this is like 10 years later. So I got wind of the latest designing softwares and the designing apps that were on right now. So I quickly downloaded the latest one and I started playing around with it. And in a night, I actually spent the whole night playing around with the new graphic software that I found. And I pieced together a very quick profile and I sent it to my mentor and said, oh, this is my assignment. And then she said, you did this? So first she was like, who did this for you? I said, I did myself. She's like, you did this? I said, yes. She was like, okay, this is brilliant, right? So then she said, well, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna post up on the group and tell people to say, if you wanna do your profiles, get in touch with David, but he's gonna do them at a very discounted rate. And I think I was charging like 300 kwacha for a profile, right? So I quickly, in one day, 5 people got in touch with me. And I charged them 300 kwacha, did the 5 profiles in a day. And in just one day, I made 1,500 kwacha now. Now that's probably small money now, but when you're broke, that's real good money. 1,500 is real good money. And I made it in a day, right? I made it just like that. So I paused, I said, what? You mean I could make this quick money just from reviving my little graphic skill? And then the following day, another 5 people got in touch. And there it was. I made another 1,500. I said, wow, okay, this is intriguing. So, and I quickly put myself together. And because of what we're learning in the mentorship program, what I did was that the first 1,500, of course, I quickly went and sorted out a couple of bills, some little food that was missing in the house. Then the other 1,500, I quickly went and registered my business, all right? And that's the business that I'm gonna be presenting to you tonight. And I'm sure you can see your screens there. And so quickly, I remember the name that I'd come up with a year ago. I think I'd sat down with my late mom and I was trying to dream of something. And so the name came back, it was called Rovoke, all right? Please don't ask me what it means, but just know that it's a brand. Just like you don't know what Samsung means, right? So I came up with Rovoke Media. And I really didn't even know what I was doing, but I just said, I'm getting started with it. And I got started and I was simply doing profiles. But then when I sat down and I started looking at the media space, and now you can imagine just by doing these graphics, I remember one day, a week or so later, I posted up a picture of the graphics that I was doing on my WhatsApp status. And an old friend of mine, she's like a sister to me. I don't know if she's going to be watching this program. She got in touch with me and says, "You did this?" I said, "Yeah." Then she was like, "Listen, I'm running a media company right now, and I've got a whole studio, cameras and videos and everything. So I've got people that get in touch with me for graphics. So we're going to work together." I said, "No problem. Just hit me up whenever you need graphics done." And when I looked at her company, I said, "You know what? If she's going to be getting in touch with me for graphic works, then I might as well just advertise that I do video works and photography works and get in touch with her, right?" I'm sure you know that's what we call outsourcing. So I put together my business profile and I included everything media-wise that I could possibly do, or I knew somebody who could do it. And boom, ladies and gentlemen, that is how Revoke Media was born. Just like that, it was born. And between then and now, I have done almost everything related to media works. That has been amazing. It's taken me to places. Okay, I have short videos. Eventually I had to start building my skill set from just graphics. I had to start learning about photography. I had to start learning about videography. I had to start learning how to edit things. And it's amazing how discovering just one skill that I had, it's like many fruits came out of just that one fruit. I realized I could understand video graphics and quickly get brief training in videography, learning how to shoot, learning how to edit sound. And from then till now, it's been amazing. We've gotten to a place where we've been able to do live streaming events. I've had people coming and calling me all the way from South Africa just by me publicizing my brand, having it registered, opening a bank account, and doing the little nitty-gritties that people ignore in the business space. It's been able to take me to a place that I never imagined even before, right? And so when we talk about branding yourself, it's not something that is far-fetched. It begins with you. Every business that you have is going to be born out of you, who you are, what you do, where you are. Okay, and when I talk about where you are, I know my brother Coach Josh is going to come and do an amazing job when he's presenting his current business right now. Okay, because sometimes we ignore the things that are so valuable, but we think they mean nothing. But we don't know that just out of who you are, where you are, and what you do, a whole brand can be born and should be born. Okay. And so one of the things that we aim to do in brand presentation is to inspire you. Okay. This is not just to market ourselves and say, get in touch with me with what I can do. So, but please do get in touch with me, right? If you need your profiles done, you need your photography, your everything you need, please get in touch with me. But it's also to inspire you to say that, look, you can get started with where you are. The world is waiting for you. Okay. I know we're always waiting for the world, but the thing is that the world is waiting for you. It's amazing the people that I got to meet just from starting my brand, and they were like, they were stuck. They didn't know what to do until I came on the scene and I was able to express myself. And that is how they were also able to be helped. Okay. So let me run you through briefly part of the things that we do. So we focus on personal branding. All right. So personal branding is essentially you as an individual. Maybe it's not a product that you're selling. Maybe it's not a business per se that you're doing, but you as you are, the way you are able to talk. Maybe you've got good communication skills, you've got good presentation skills, or maybe you are a fashion model, or maybe you are a TV presenter. Your personality, your persona is able to communicate and speak to people. You are a personal brand. Okay. So what we come and do as Revoke is that we come and brand you as an individual. We offer coaching services where you come and sit down with me and I'm able to unravel you and help you step out in what you can do. And then from there, we profile you. We have you take very good pictures. We open your social media accounts. We optimize them. and so you can show the world who you are as an individual. Okay, I strongly believe every person is a personal brand. Okay, you might not be famous like that celebrity that you know, but trust me, just as you are, you've got so much in you that the world is waiting for you to make impact. But the problem is you're afraid. Okay, you're afraid. And that is why a lot of us have downgraded our social media presence. We think social media is just for gisting, you know, take a selfie, show people the food you're eating, and then you go about joking around the day. But you don't realize is that that space that you have on your social media platform is a place of influence. And the fact that right now, even without thinking that you're famous, you probably have 4,000 friends. And if you had to flip that to a page, that could be 5,000 people that are following you. You know what that is? Those are 5,000 people that you are able to influence in your lifetime. Those are 5,000 people that are able to buy your product or your service as a personal brand, or even as a business brand, right? Those are 5,000 people that are your customers. But the problem has been what you have labeled them as. You've labeled them as just friends. But you can change their label when you change the label in your mind. Change the label on yourself, then you'll be able to change the label on others, because it is you that labels people out there. So those people are your potential customers, but you don't see them as customers because you haven't changed the label on yourself. But let me tell you something. That is why I'm here as Coach David. That is why we're here as Revoke Media. Okay, we're here to help you change your label so that you can maximize your potential for other people to benefit from you. Just like my story changed, where my personal brand was discovered as Coach David, and a business brand was born out of it, the same can be said and done for you. Okay, so when you get in touch with us, we've got so much in store for you. We've got graphic works. Maybe you want to speak out there and you want your speaking on social media to look beautiful and wonderful. I do graphic works, right? And I have very good rates. Or maybe you want a website. I do websites. Maybe you want your video content on YouTube to be captured excellently. Like when you go to Dr. Nelly's YouTube page, you see the lighting is good, the lower thirds are good, she's looking great. That's what we do. So when you get in touch with us, we do that for you. And because we want you to step out, we work with you. All right. And so we do things in a very structured way, professional way. We offer you either we do 3 months contract. Maybe you just want to have a feel and see how you can take on from there. We give you a 3 months contract. Or if you say, you know what, I can do for my 6 months, right? We do 6 months contracts. Or if you really want to run things very professionally, we give you a whole 12 months contract and we run things for you very excellently, very professionally, like you can see in my presentation right now. And we do the same for your business as well. We brand your business. If you want to have a business that is speaking to the world, that is speaking to people, get in touch with us. We brand your business. Okay, so there's so much that if you want to have once-off services, like maybe it's a family shoot, a studio shoot, a wedding, a kitchen party, birthday, whatever it is, we offer those services as well, right? And it's been amazing, the journey that I've taken, just from being able to step out as my brand. So you can see a couple of my clients that we've taken pictures of. Some of the, now these are old logos. I need to update my profile, but these are a couple of logos that we had done quite a while back, right? And a couple of graphic works. Now this one, most people might not know, but I had the privilege to brand and manage our current mayor's social media platform during her campaign period. Okay, and it was an amazing journey. So you can imagine how just being able to form a company, I was able to have access to somebody like the mayor of Lusaka, and that is her worship, Chilando Chitangala. And she's an amazing woman. And we beautified her page, had an amazing time doing her videos. If you go back to 2021, the 3 months before the elections, you can see her page and the works that we did, right? So this is just a bit of the services that we offer that can change your life and change your story, okay? Let me quickly peruse through the rate card so you don't get scared. But you can get in touch with me, and we'll be able to send you the rate card to your personal email or your WhatsApp, and you can choose when you want to kick off with us. So we offer social media management, manage your page. You don't have to be posting. Maybe you're too busy with work, you're too busy with family, but you want your social media presence to make impact. Sit down with us. I get to read your brand, to know your brand, and thereafter, your brand starts speaking for you. Okay, so we have SME packages, corporate packages. We do profiling, and we also do live streaming. There are my contact details. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, Rovoke Media. We're there for you. You can send us a DM on any of those platforms, and we'll respond to you promptly, right? So my presentation today, your creative hero. My name is Coach David. Thank you so much for joining today. All right, so I want us to put our hands together as we welcome Coach Joyce, who's going to be our next presenter. Coach Joyce.
All right, thank you so much, Coach David. Good evening, everyone. Good evening from where you're watching us from and where you're joining us from. And Facebook, I can see Facebook. I can see YouTube. I can see, I haven't seen LinkedIn. So I think most of the people have joined from YouTube and LinkedIn. So I'm so excited to be here today just to present my brand. As I've been introduced, my name is Dr. Joyce Kasapo. I consider this brand as a brand of many hats. So I'm a 2023 United Nations Woman of Distinction award recipient. I am a seasoned human resource expert. I am a career and personal development coach. That's a certification I'm very passionate about. I am also a brand strategist and a social entrepreneur. So today I would like to just briefly speak into one of my passions, which is career and personal development coaching. And that's one of my brands that I run with. And we are running by a name called Resourceful Mind Coaching Services, which we will be launching under the Dr. Joyce Kasapo brand with Coach David, who's my brand manager, in the next couple of weeks. So I would like to make mention that one of the things that are really important for any person is to find yourself in what we call a career equilibrium, where you're able to link your career in whatever you do with your passions and interests. And I think over the years, I have strived to bring career equilibrium in my space, so that what I do in my corporate space as an employee and an HR expert, and what I do outside in my career space in terms of my passions like career coaching and personal development, they are in tandem. So I cannot separate myself from my corporate career I'm pursuing and the passions and interests that I'm doing. So that's one of the key things you should strive as a person, to try and bring those two worlds together so that they go as one. So I would like to briefly give you why I'm passionate about career and personal development. This really emanates from my personal life. I came from a rural high school where I did my high school, and we totally didn't have career guidance. And when I came, I was the only student that came to university. As a first year, I was only 18. And I didn't even know what I was going to study. I was admitted at the University of Zambia, and no one told me what I was going to study. I remember when we were younger, when you're in kindergarten, they would ask you what you want to be in life. You go with the common careers that you know. I want to be a doctor, police officer, and all those dreams that we had when we were in kindergarten. So I reached at university, and I didn't know. I was just admitted in the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, and I wasn't so sure what I was going to be doing there. So what I did was that I started my career by registering courses that I had on a queue. So I had someone say, no, development studies. I put it there. M161, I didn't even know what that was until I found out it was mathematics. So this is where I come from. And from that point, I started noticing that there is a problem. There is a student out there. There is a high school student out there that has challenges and doesn't know, there's no one to help them to find who they are. And when I got into the corporate space, because I did something that I didn't even know, but I had to maneuver around, right? I ended up delaying in my growth and in my career growth, because there were certain things that I deviated to find my space. So what I do is that I help individuals find their authentic self and help them master their domains. So it's to help you find who you are. That's the most important thing you can do for yourself, is to know you and then begin to master what you have known about you. And I think Coach David has spoke about that briefly in terms of self-discovery. And that's why I'm very passionate about what I do, because many times, because I'm in HR, and this is what has always been my passion, my first degree was never HR. I did something called development studies and public administration. So I meandered around my 4 years at university until I found my space into what was close to what I wanted to do. And when I started my career in customer service. It's totally not something I really wanted to do, but with the idea of not having jobs that you want at that particular time. So I was given this job. And from that point, I began to grow myself in trying to find my space. I worked in customer service for 5 years. It's not something I wanted to do, but first and foremost, it's a job that was available, but I still wanted to do HR. So what I began to do is that I began to grow myself, package myself to what I wanted to be. And 5 years later, in my career, I deviated into something I wanted to do. So besides helping people that do not know what they need to do, I'm very passionate about people that have gotten into the corporate world and the career space, and they have gotten into the wrong route so that they can get into the right route. And people shouldn't feel stuck. It might take long. It took 5 years for me to get aligned to what I want to do now and what I'm doing now. But I had a plan. So one needs to have a plan, right? So under my personal development and career coaching, there are sort of like 5 key things that we're focusing on, and we'll be building on those as our scope expands. So one of the things that we do under the Resourceful Mind coaching services is career guidance. Career guidance not only for students that are in high school and those that are transitioning into university, but to also help those that are already in existing professions. Like me, I was in a profession for 5 years in a profession that I didn't want. But the thing is that you can still change. There's still time for you to change and push through into your passion. So I'm very passionate about career guidance. I'm very passionate as well on career planning. If you want to exceed or succeed in your career space, you need to plan for your career. What do you want to be in the next 2 years? What do you want to be in the next 5 years? What do you want to be in the next 10 years career-wise? Do you even have a plan? Every time I get a job, when I get a job, I put the end date to when I should move from that job into another role, in a higher role. What plan do you have? You need to plan for your career. That's very important. And that's what we do around Resourceful Mind coaching services. Number 3, we help people, employees, students, and those that are looking for employment to sell yourself in a job interview. I do not stand here to boast, but this is the fact. Call me for an interview, just know I'm going to get the job. All right? So it's an art that you need to grow. There are certain people that have attended 100 interviews and then they have never attended one score. So we help people sell themselves in the corporate in a way that they are the right candidate. You need to have that competitive advantage. Everyone is looking for a job, right? But how do you differentiate yourself from the next candidate? And that's what we help in the development of your career. One other thing that we do is that because I've sat on very few interviews personally looking for a job, but I've sat in over 200 or 300 interviews, right, in the last 12 years as an HR expert. And one thing I've noted is that people do not know, first and foremost, how to sell themselves in an interview. They don't know how to package their CVs. They have done so much, but they write the wrong things. We receive over a minimum of 500 CVs for one job. So what do you do as an individual to make me, Joyce, who's one person in the department, try and pick your CV? Because right now, mostly what companies are doing is that we are advertising jobs on LinkedIn. What will make me go to your LinkedIn profile? For starters, this is honest truth. When I'm doing shortlisting on LinkedIn, first and foremost, your profile picture is one of the things I'll look at before I can look at anything. Because when I look at your selfie photo that you've put on LinkedIn, first and foremost, we think you're not serious. Secondly, your headliners that are really critical for me to know that you are an expert in whatever it is that you're doing, I don't even know what that is. So under the career and personal development coaching, will help you to brand yourself for the employer to get you. We help you to brand yourself so that when I'm sifting through, an HR person like me, I'm sifting through 500 CVs or 1,000 CVs, you pop out to be the person that I get to shortlist for any psychometrics before I reduce the list. So that's one of the other things that we do under our coaching services. One other thing that is really key for us and that will help you to succeed, and that's what we do, is to help you know how to set strategic goals, right? You will never succeed at anything, either in your career or your personal space, if you're not strategic on your goals. You need to plan for your life, you need to plan for your career, and you are a holistic being. So in as much as we'll help you to plan your career, we also want to understand what other things you're doing outside your career and how to bring them into one space. And so we help you to plan if it's your yearly goals. And what we're also introducing is to help you structure your 5-year strategic plan as a person. If businesses do 5-year strategic plan, why can't you at your individual level plan for your life for the next 5 years? And we help you do that so that you can have milestones and know when to grow and when not to grow and what you need to do. And one other thing, I think lastly but not the least, is your personal development. It is very important that change is what is constant. And as you have noted, we have moved now into the 4th industrial revolution. We have now your chat GPTs of this world, and you need to now be re-evaluating yourself, either pick on skills that are really critical. Yesterday, I was doing an HR Future Fit assessment online. It's free of charge. And what I was doing is that it asks you different questions to see your readiness for the future in HR. And it asks different questions in terms of your skill, your digital savviness. So it asks different questions. And I'm glad to mention that I'm 94% future ready in my HR space to still be relevant in my HR space. So personal growth and personal development is very key. either through studying, either through upgrading and picking up different skills and all that. So we help you to do that so that you do not become obsolete, you do not become a dinosaur at some point, and you get to evolve with time and become that particular person that is reliable. All right. So right now we are going to be officially launching the Dr. Joyce Kasapo brand in the next few weeks. And at the moment, you can get in touch with me on my Facebook handle, which is Joyce Kasapo, and my LinkedIn handle as well, which is also Joyce Kasapo. And we can share in the comment section the contact details in case you want to ask any further question or you want some guidance in a way and so forth. So this was just a short snippet on what we do in the Resourceful Mind coaching services and what we can help you with to become the authentic self and dominate the space that you are in. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll be handing over to Coach David.
Amazing presentation. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Joyce. Looking forward to it. Thank you for partnering with Provoke Media, and we're going to take your brand to the next level. So for those of you that are in your career space, you want to make sure that you excel, please get in touch with Dr. Joyce. She has got amazing career equilibrium pointers that will make you move forward in your career space. All right. So please do get in touch with her. All right. So without wasting much time, I'm going to get on to our next presenter. And I'm so excited to welcome my brother all the way from South Africa, Coach Josh.
Yeah. How you doing, bro? Are you well? Amazing. Good evening. Hope you guys are good. Reporting live from South Africa. It's an honor and a privilege to be here today. Amazing presentations. My brother, my friend, PD, Coach David, Coach Joyce, Dr. Joyce now. What an amazing woman you are. Like, yo, the brand is just growing each and every day. I'll be jumping straight into it. PD, I'm trying to make sure my screen is shared. There we go. So basically today we're talking about an amazing brand called Subset Global. And I am here today to present it on behalf of the team. My name is Joshua Mushota Kangwa. I am the managing director of Subset Global. We've been in existence for quite some time now. And obviously we're just getting better each and every day. So just to talk about my brand, I like how PD started his presentation. I'm also going to talk about how this concept came about. So basically, we're a transportation and a logistics company that focuses a lot on service delivery. And the whole idea came about because from a concept that I learned in, I think I was 16, somewhere there, in a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. And there's something that he mentioned that like really stuck with me, and it's been with me throughout. He said something very, very important. He said, listen, you don't necessarily need to have the business, right? Neither do you need to have the money for that business. All you need to do is know where that business is, know who needs the business, and bridge that gap. So basically that concept came about and I was like, wow, it blew my mind off. And from there, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. And so basically from that concept, Subset Global came about just to provide a service for people that needed stuff in South Africa and we're in Zambia, because Zambia is like Zambia and South Africa have got a very good trade relationship. So Zambians are always buying from South Africa. South Africans are always selling to Zambia. So I realized and said, okay, now who's in between to make sure these services are taken, or basically these commodities are able to be achieved or brought from a point of seeing it on a store in South Africa and having it at your doorstep in Zambia or Lusaka. So basically, we're also growing into the southern region, but I'm going to quickly jump into it. We're a leader in the logistics services. So basically, like I said, we focus a lot on service delivery. Our service delivery is second to none because we believe that the client's happiness is what brings more business. So basically, we try to make sure that our clients are at peace. There's one thing that's very, very very crucial when it comes to online businesses, for example, or when it comes to where we move into with the stage that the world is at right now. Everything is happening online. So there's one critical thing that's very, very important that comes with people being able to trust your service even if they can't touch it. And I learned that through direct marketing that I used to do for a lot of organizations like Doctors Without Borders, Four Paws, Breadline Africa. We learned how to sell a feeling without actually selling a product. And that's what exactly I do. So I'm able to make sure that you get whatever you need from South Africa at your doorstep. So be it a car, be it. So we're focusing on the automotive industry. Why? Because South Africa in Africa is one of the leading automotive manufacturers in Africa. What does that mean? It means that the quality of a product that you get in Zambia is practically the same. The people that are selling the product in Zambia bought their consignments from South Africa, and then all they do is because of tax and all these other things, you find the margin of what could be half the price that you would buy in South Africa, it's twice the price in Zambia. But what do? We don't charge you all those things. All we say is, listen, you want this, we're going to get it to you. All you just need to do is pay us our service fee. We'll make sure you get your stuff into the country at a very, very stipulated time. So basically, like I said, we focus a lot on the automotive industry. So vehicles are big on our list. You can go to our page. We've supplied a lot of cars to a lot of our clients in Zambia. Car parts, like, it's big. There's no way you're not servicing your car every other day. So basically what happens is you need a service kit at the end of the day. But guess what? Look at the prices, compare the prices at any dealership in Lusaka or Zambia. And if you find a price that is cheaper than a price that I'm going to quote you, I'm going to pay for it. Why am I so confident? I'm so confident because I know you want. So what am I trying to say? It's very, very, very important to understand how you're able to bridge the gap in relation to our clients being able to receive such a great service. So basically, we also focus on household goods, furniture, anything that you need. Obviously, our pages are going to be posted in the comment section somewhere, just so you can quickly fly there. So I don't really want to waste a lot of time. I just want to crush it right here at the top. So why should you choose Subset Global? So here's how it works, right? Every time I'm given an opportunity to share about my brand, I'm super excited because I'm always put in a position where I'm able to sell myself first of all before I could sell my brand, because every brand is behind every brand is an individual, and that individual is me. So basically, I love this concept about my life right now that I'm using as leverage to build my business right now is, for example, the PLD network and Dr. Nelly Kangwa being my mother, for example. It allows me or puts me in a position where people are able to trust me and know that I'll be able to deliver because my integrity has been tested in different areas. So basically, with us, you get in trust. You know that what we're going to do for you is practically something that you want, because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that our clients are happy and excited. So you get a guaranteed service delivery. We make sure we deliver to your doorstep, whatever it is that you need. We don't tell you to come to, obviously, the situations where you'd love to come to our offices just to know where we are in Lusaka. But basically, we want to deliver to your doorsteps. And that's something that's big on our hearts. We want to make sure that our clients are able to receive something and be very, very much excited about it. So obviously, we're also advisors. We make sure that whatever it is that you need, we're able to advise you. Look, for example, you need this car, you need a Mercedes-Benz, AMG, whatever it is. Listen, for that budget price that you're looking at, how about we look in this direction? So we're able to give you perspectives around a lot of other things in relation to you doing business in South Africa. And that is very, very big. My brand allows me to not only focus on one aspect of the logistics and transportation. It allows me to diversify into things like mining, into things like solar, providing solar for different other people. And these are the things that I'm doing. The only thing is I'm focusing on Subset Global today, which I want you to understand that with Subset Global, as much as it's a company that focuses on one particular niche, that's the same niche that takes me to other opportunities. My former boss always used to tell me this: your opportunity is tied in your current opportunity. So whatever it is that you think that you're doing right now and you're looking down upon, be very, very careful. I'm going to borrow some words from the Bible. Never, ever despise the times of humble beginnings, because in the humble beginnings is where process is tested, is where character is tested, is where all these things are tested, just to see how authentic you can be. Because every God-given talent or every God-given gift has to go through a test of authenticity. So how authentic are you in your brand? How authentic are you in providing a service? How authentic are you as an employee? How authentic are you in every single sphere that you have been presented with? That is going to be the definition of the brand that you are. And obviously for today, as I speak about Subset, I'm so passionate about what I do, because at the end of the day, this particular business and all my other businesses have allowed me to sit with kings and queens. We don't look for business. Business follows us. And that's one value of a good business. The moment business follows you, it means you can charge what you want to charge, and you've got a value proposition that allows you to have leverage over your possible clients. And that is very, very important, especially with running a business, running a brand. Your brand needs to be, you need to separate your brand from who you are. Because at the end of the day, the two might intertwine at some point, but you need to understand the value that you place on your brand, because your brand is what speaks for you. Your brand is your reputation. Your brand is that thing that stands out for you, that will make you different from the very next person. So obviously, we've got offices in Lusaka, Zambia. You can visit us at number 56. Grey Zulu Road in PHI, Lusaka, Zambia. And obviously in South Africa, you can find us at 2167 Ox. In Chatwell, you can find us on social media, Subset Global. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, all these other platforms that are made available for us. You can find us right there. So that's Subset right there. Whatever it is that you need in South Africa, you know where you're gonna find them. And basically, that's about it from me, Joshua Mushota Kangwa. You can find me on Facebook, _Mushota on Instagram. You can also find me on _Mushota on Twitter. And obviously, you can find me everywhere PODEs as well. Amazing. Thank you so much. PD, I'm going to be throwing it back to you. Thank you.
Awesome presentation. Subset Global to the world. Yeah, they must know that the pages were also optimized by Revoke Media. You forgot to mention that. All right, so all those graphics work you saw flowing there, courtesy of Revoke Media. Now, I know Dr. Joyce didn't mention it, but both Josh and I forgot to mention that Coach Josh was the recipient of the Entrepreneurship Award from the United Nations Global Women Foundation in March in New York 2023. So he's talking to you as a businessman because he knows what he does. He's an entrepreneur par excellence. He's one of the best in the game. When I sit down and talk to him, he makes me feel like migrating. Like there's nothing I'm doing in Zambia. Let me go to Africa and work. Because when I go there, he opens my eyes and everything is green. I see money everywhere I go when I'm in South Africa. But like, let's sell this, let's do that, you know. So he's an Entrepreneurship Award winner for the United Nations Global Women Foundation. And yours truly, I was also a recipient of the legendary award. Yes. You know, there are very few legends in the world, and I am one of them. So I received the legendary award for the United Nations Women Global Foundation in what I do. In a world where people don't truly, because most of our mentorship programs really, if you can see in the comment section, has got a lot to do with women and youth. And so that's what we've been championing for a very long time. And so we want to say thank you to Dr. Nelly Kangwa, Project Life Design, for this opportunity. We've been transformed, reformed, reshaped, and now we're stepping out to change the world. So there's so many opportunities for many of you to come on board. So you see this here, what we're doing tonight, this is not only for us, it's also for you, all right? So everybody in the comment section, please, you got to get ready next week. We want to see what you were born to do, okay? And if you're watching us for the first time from whichever platform, maybe from a shared page, and you've just come across this video and you're listening to me now, call the numbers on your screen. You've got an amazing personal brand, an amazing business brand that the world is waiting to see. And we want to help you shape it up so that you can show the world what you're born for, right? So please call the numbers on your screen and let's get started. This week, we're kicking off our July mentorship program. For 5 weeks, we take you through a journey of self-discovery, career enhancement, business development, and life mastery. Okay, and myself as a self-discovery coach, Josh, business development coach as well, Dr. Joyce, career enhancement, and so other amazing coaches that come on board, and we just dig deep and reshape your life and give you the information that you need. And our amazing Dr. Nelly comes in the last class, which is called the Life Mastery class, that just takes you through the 5 pillars of life to help you become the best that you could ever be. All right, so thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's been an amazing night. Brand Presentation Tuesday, every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. on Dr. Nelly Kangwa Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, right? Showing the world what we were born to do, each one of us as an individuals, all right? So thank you so much for having us tonight. We are so, so grateful, and we're looking forward to interacting with you. You can come to our offices in PHI in Lusaka, Zambia, or you can give us a call, and we'll be able to get in touch with you and help you out, all right? So God bless you. Have a wonderful night and enjoy the cold season if you're in Zambia or Africa. Bye-bye.